Right? Everyone's right? Okay. Well, I'm pleased to be out here in Tara today, and as one lady just said to me, this is an amazing town, and it absolutely is. This town is absolutely resilient, having been through so much. And the message we've got very clearly today is that there's still a long way to go, but we are definitely in recovery phase. We definitely want to work with the community to make sure that families have a roof over their head, that they're able to get back in their homes when it's safe to do so, and just the extraordinary work that has happened out here from our fireys, the Rural Fire Service, all the emergency services that are doing everything they can to help. Having spoken directly to people who have lost their homes, it is going to be a longer road to recovery. And if I can just urge people to think about, please at this stage, don't send clothes, don't send furniture, please donate to the appeals, because people can't go back home necessarily to their properties at the moment. They've got nowhere to store things. If you donate to the Queensland Bushfire Appeal through the different agencies which we have given to all of the media outlets, if you could add the Tara Neighbourhood Centre as well. Everyone comes into the Tara Neighbourhood Centre. They've set up a separate account as well. The money will get to the people that need it the most at the right time. We've also recognised that there's issues at the moment. We need to get more water out here. There are demountables on the way. They should be here tomorrow or the next day. We're going to be speaking with other companies that can do different types of homes. But we're going to be working very closely with the council. The council has been doing a remarkable job. And can I also say too that our Queensland government agencies have kicked into gear. They are out here in full force, and working with the Reconstruction Authority, I'm going to ensure that they stay here and continue to work with this community until people feel that they are on that road to recovery. So I'll hand over to the Acting Fire Commissioner and then our State Disaster Coordinator to say a few words, and then we'll take your questions. Thank you.
Thanks, Premier. We've got currently 75 active fires across the state, but we've had a general easing of conditions, which is very welcome by firefighters across the state. In the Tara fire, in this local location, the fire is contained, but again, we've got and will maintain a strong presence across this fire ground and continue to monitor. So there is still work to be done, and a lot of work to be done to contain it, and we've still got some timber that will come down in this local community over the next period of time, so please stay informed. Our fire grounds across the state, there are fires of interest from the far north through to the border areas in the southeast, and there's a considerable effort being made in these conditions in order to contain the fires that are active and strengthen them as much as possible. We don't have any direct immediate threats to property at the moment, although some work in some fire grounds still is working to protect property. So we look forward to those ease conditions and the opportunity to get stronger connection and containment on those fires. We thank everyone for their continued efforts in staying informed and responding to that information. Thank you.
State Disaster Coordinator.
Tara area is now in the phase of recovery, and there's a range of non-government organisations plus a range of government organisations all coming together to coordinate the recovery effort in Tara. I just want to thank the community of Tara for the work they're doing in the recovery space themselves, and the local council as well. We are much in the recovery phase, but I still urge people when they're returning to properties that they need to be cautious. Power and water is back on in the Tara area, so we're in a rehabilitation phase, but we still must be cautious in some areas around the place. So thank you.
Deputy Mayor.
Once again, I'd like to thank the Premier for coming to our region. This is the second time in a number of days that the Premier has come to the Western Downs. The support from the state to date has been quite incredible. This is a resilient community, but we are going to need help and as stated, the recovery phase has commenced, and we look forward to the day when we can get back to normal, and in fact get back to a state where we are better than we ever were. And I'm sure that we're going to need lots of help. And once again, I thank the Premier for coming out on the ground here at Tara.
Can I just add on the drive up here as well? We were following the Victorian fire crews coming in to assist and relieve our men and women, and that was amazing to see that convoy. So thank you very much for all the help that's happening around the state as well.
Premier, can I just ask you about the sort of temporary accommodation that's going to be rolled out here from tomorrow? Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Well, it's either coming tomorrow or the next day. My understanding is there should be around 20, up to 20 demountable homes that are coming. So we will be working very closely with the council about where they will be located.
Is 20 enough? We're hearing about sort of 57 dwellings.
Well, this is action happening very quickly. It's the initial that we could source straight away. Of course, there'll be more that will come. Yep.
Just on some other bushfires, the Heritage Rail line that operates the steeper train through Warwick is destroyed by fire. Will the government commit to rebuilding that, and when do you expect the Inland Highway to reopen?
Yeah, I might get the State Disaster Coordinator to comment on that, but we will look at assistance that can be made towards that railway.
I understand you guys are extending the aerial firefighting contract. Can you talk to us a bit about the aerial bombers?
Yes, so what we have done is we've extended that, my understanding is, till late January, the aerial bombers, to make sure that we have enough firefighting capability that will be needed because of the extended fire season. Well, these are serious fires. Of course, we had that near catastrophic fire when we had to evacuate Gracemere many years ago. But this town and this community have been through fires now for an extended period of time. So what we know here is a lot of people have lost their homes, and we need to work with them on this road to recovery.
Yesterday we spoke to a woman in Brisbane whose home was destroyed by flooding last year.
Yeah.
And she wants to donate her house to a fire victim out here. The only barrier there is getting it here. We've managed to get someone to agree to move it here for free at the cost of like $60,000. Is there something that the state government can do with those homes that are sitting in Brisbane that need to be cleared? There's dozens of them.
Yeah, look, we can look at all. I think all options are on the table. But can I just say, we have the Reconstruction Authority that actually coordinates all that with the council. So I know everyone wants to help out, and that's wonderful, and I really appreciate that generosity of spirit. But we are trying to do this in a coordinated way, and it all has to be facilitated through Jake Elwood, who's the head of the Queensland Reconstruction Authority. So during the course of next week, of course, the Deputy Premier will be out and about with Jake, talking to the councils about their needs. It's just like people want to donate clothes. Well, people don't necessarily need clothes at the moment. That can all be coordinated here through the neighbourhood centre. People want to donate furniture. If people donate financially to the agencies that we have said, like Give It and Red Cross, just to name a few, then that money will be used as it is needed and as is required by the community. But also too, can I thank the organisations like Loaves and Fishes here that are providing tremendous support with fresh food here for the Tara community.
Just on youth crime, what do you hope to get out of today's meeting with the Voice for Victims group? And should Aaron Harper stay on the Parliament Youth Justice Reform Committee after his comments on Sunday?
Well, he's apologised for those, as he should have. Can I say very clearly that once I finish up here today, I'll be having a meeting later on this evening with the Voice for Victims. I've always had a very productive working relationship with them. I hope that continues.
And just lastly from me, sorry, are you satisfied with how an infection cluster at the Prince Charles Hospital Plantation unit was handled, and is Queensland Health a transparent department?
I'll let Queensland Health respond to that one if that's okay. Okay?
Deputy Commissioner.
Yeah, sure.
Deputy Commissioner, we're hearing more and more reports of looting on the ground. Can you sort of talk to us a little bit about what you guys are doing out there on the fire ground at the moment to sort of protect people?
Yeah, unfortunately we have 3 current reports on looting. They're under investigation. Of course we take a very dim view to that activity, and at the end of our investigation, if we can arrest and charge people, that's the action we'll be taking.
As you're going around, are you finding, have you been handing out any warrants or anything like that? Is that something?
No, the community have been very good, up to date, the majority of the community. And in this part, in the recovery phase, we're working with the community about recovery. It's really about getting people back into houses and shelter and looking after the community at this point in time.
That's good.
I just have the question, sorry, about the England Highway.
So,
The fires when do you expect that to reopen?
So the New England Highway is closed on the New South Wales side of the border until it can be secure. At the moment there's some trees still falling over the highway, but we've opened the highway for essential transport, so food and goods will come through the highway still, but the majority of just public transport is going to be diverted through the Gold Coast or Goondiwindi area. We hope in the coming days that'll be opened. As with the railway line, it's still getting an assessment done of it, but that railway line is not important for freight at the moment, so we can get by without that.
Okay. Thanks everyone.
Thank you. So I think we're going to go.